When we moved into our house, we loved everything about it: quiet neighborhood, great schools, spacious backyard. One of the features I liked most was our long, private driveway that ran alongside the house and opened into a detached garage in the back. It wasn't shared, wasn't public, and definitely wasn't meant to be used as a shortcut. But apparently someone at the HOA had other ideas. It started small. A couple of cars would occasionally drive through from the adjacent cul-de-sac, using our driveway as a cut-through to shave off a few seconds. I figured maybe it was a mistake, someone lost or just turning around. But then it started happening daily. SUVs, delivery vans, even a landscaping truck or two would come barreling through. It was clearly becoming routine. Then one day I stepped out with my coffee and nearly got clipped by a car speeding down my driveway. The driver didn't even stop, just waved like it was normal. That was the moment I realized this wasn't an accident. Someone had decided my private property was now a public convenience. I asked around. That's when a neighbor let it slip. The HOA had voted, without informing me, to designate my driveway as an emergency vehicle easement, which sounded official until I looked into it and found out it wasn't legal without my consent. They hadn't purchased the right of way. They hadn't even sent a notice. They just assumed I'd be okay with it. I emailed the HOA president, no reply. I attended the next meeting and brought it up, only to be told, it's for the good of the community, it improves traffic flow. That's when I knew they weren't going to stop. So I made a plan. First, I had a friend with a construction company drop off a few tons of coarse gravel. Not your friendly, decorative kind. This stuff was uneven, dusty, and unforgiving on tires. I spread it across the driveway like frosting. A few neighbors watched but didn't say a word. Next, I installed a set of spinning spike strips just before the garage entrance, hidden slightly under the gravel. The kind that lets you drive out, but shreds tires if you try to come in from the wrong direction. Legal? Technically, yes. It's my property. And they were retractable, which I kept disengaged unless I noticed more cars trying to sneak through. Within 2 days, the drive-through traffic dropped to zero, but of course it didn't go unnoticed. The HOA president showed up, clipboard in hand, and actually tried to lecture me in my own driveway. He started ranting about community access and disruptive modifications. But I stopped him cold with a simple sentence. This is private property. You're trespassing. He blustered. I pointed to the survey markers. I pointed to the footage from my security cameras showing dozens of vehicles using my driveway without permission. Then I handed him a printed letter from my attorney, clearly stating that any attempt to enforce unauthorized easement would result in legal action. He left without another word. Funny enough, a week later, the HOA sent out a revised traffic plan stating that through traffic was no longer permitted on any private driveways in the neighborhood. Now, my driveway's quiet again, peaceful, just the way I like it. And every time I hear tires crunch on that gravel, I peek out the window just to see if anyone's feeling bold. But so far, no one's tested the spike strips. And if they do, let's just say I hope they have a good spare.